Hello everyone, welcome to part 18 of reactjs tutorial with Laravel for beginners. And we are creating the simple React app, and in this video we are going to update user profile in React app. Okay, in the last video we have seen that we able to launch the user update profile API. You can check in Postman. We have tested in Postman that we can able to update the user details via this API, update user profile API, in which the user can able to update the all the details. Okay, so this one we have done, and we have added our code in Laravel to update. We have created this function in which the user is able to update not only his name, but he can able to update all other information as well, like address, city, state, country, pin code. Okay, so now we are going to work on reactjs app in our account component. Here you can see after login this account component opens. Once again I'm going to login now to show you, like if the user is having the john2 at the rate of yopmail.com, yahoo.com. Okay, and the password is 123456. So after the login he will reach to his account page, and here the welcome john message is coming. And now the user is going to see the other details, all the details that he added just so far name only at the time of register, but he is going to see he can able to update the other details as well, like the address, city, state, country, pin code, that we are updating from the postman so far for testing the API. But now we are going to add the fields in our react app as well for the account component. Okay, so let's work on our Visual Studio now. Visual Studio, I'm going to open this one, in which we are already having that React app. We have already worked on login, register, and the other components. Okay, so now whatever we are going to close, and we will open our project here. Our project name is React app. Okay, so we are going to open our project here, and we are going to open the account. Okay, so this is the account component in which we are showing the name of the user. So far we are getting stored all the information of the user in the local storage, like I have shown you that we are saving the information in the local storage, and from the local storage itself we are going to show the name in the field as well. And after saving the user profile, after updating the user profile, we are going to update in local storage as well. Okay, so that we can able to show in the fields as well. So let's do that thing, and we are going to create the form here in the same way like we have created the form in the register. In the register component you can see all the form details we are having here. So in the same way we are going to add in the account component as well. So first of all we are going to mention here like something like your account details are as below, like your account details are as below, or you can give your own wording, like you can update your profile details in below form, anything you can able to add. So first one is the name. I'm going to add the input field for the name. Input type is test. Okay, we are going to add the test here, and value is the name. So value we are going to add later on, but in the placeholder we are going to add the name. Okay, in the placeholder we are going to show this name. Okay, user details name. And also we are going to do one thing here, this user details will only be shown if it is actually coming, if user details is actually coming. So one condition we are going to add here, like user details, and if the user details is coming, then we are going to show it. Okay, and the same thing I'm going to copy and will paste in the placeholder as well, in which we are going to show the account username. Okay, we are going to check once. See here, name John is coming fine, your account details are as below. Name, in name it's coming John. In div we are going to give the class, like we have give their class name. See, class name we use class name in case of reactjs. And here we are going to give some bootstrap classes like call some 6, so that it will form will look fine, like the same classes we have given in the reactjs as well, you can see. Okay, So we will give these classes. See here, now it looks little bit better. Okay, and you can see as far as the design is concerned, you can update as per your own requirement, but our main focus is on functionality all the time, whether it's the Laravel, whether it's the React. Our main focus is on the functionality all the time. Okay, so because you are not the designer, if you opt for the development, then the company will always give you the development work. They will not ask you for the design work. So always focus on the development only. For the designer, your designer friends can help you, or you can search in Google for the built-in CSS. You can able to easily search that. Okay, so after the name, we can show the address as well. We don't have the any address so far, but we are going to show here the address as well, the new field. uh, and for the address also, we are going to show here the input type for the address as well, input type test. Okay, we are going to give it like this. See here, input like this one is not required here, just we can just simply add it like this. Okay, so here we can add one break also. After adding this one, we can add one break also here. Okay, like this. And okay, okay, so now see address is also coming. So first we are going to work on the two of these fields. And now see what we are going to do here. We are going to create the const variable, like we have created there in React register as well, const variable for the name. Okay, that is the use state. Like it is the same thing like we used in Laravel to define the variable, to initialize the variable. Okay, so in reactjs we used to initialize the variable like this. We will take the const name and set name as the use state. Okay, so this we are going to uh, copy this one, and we'll use here in after let user, we are going to use this one. Okay, and here in use state we will not assign it as empty. We are already having the here we are already having the details. This details we are already having, so we are going to have these details. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this one and will paste inside this code. Instead of this code, I'm going to paste, so that we will get this detail in our name constant. Okay, so we are going to set it like this. And for the id as well, we are going to set it like this. Okay, like the const, and we are required the id here, id. Okay, and set id, because we require to pass the id as well, id of the user, by which we are going to update the user details. Okay, and then use state, and inside this we are going to mention here user details dot id. Okay, and address also we are going to copy this one, and we will have this for the address as well. Right now we will just use the id, name, and address. And here we are going to mention set address, set use state, and here also we are going to mention address. Okay, so I think it's fine. And now we have the id, name, as well as the address. Okay, so now we can use the name as well as address here, input type. And here we are going to use on change in the same way like we have used in the register. You can see there we have the on change event here. So in the same way we are going to use there as well. For set name, we are going to use here in the on chain, and this one we are going to use it like this. Okay, and for the address as well, we are going to use this for address as well. Okay, so here I'm going to use for the address as well, and but for address we are going to use here set address, set address, this one. Okay, fine. And along with that we are going to use the value here as well. Value we are going to use here address. Okay, so and here also we are going to use the value as name. Okay, so now we can see once that everything we able to add. Yeah, we forgot to add the class here. Okay, class is required here, class name form controller. So that's why it's not coming correctly. I am thinking that why it is not coming correctly. Class we forgot, class, add class here, form control class. Now it will look better. Use state, we need to add the use state here. Okay, use state not automatically added, so we require to add the use state at the top. Okay, so after rect we can simply add here the use state like this. And okay, so now we are going to check once here. So now see, it looks fine, and now the breaks are not required, I think, because we forgot to add the class. That's why uh, it is coming like this. Okay, now it seems to be fine. Only one break you can give if you want to give, and that is not necessary though. It depends upon you. Okay, so now we will also add the submit button here. After this one we are going to add here the save button or update button we are going to add here. Okay, so we will add here button, uh, and we are going to add here the class name for the button, that is button primary class, that the bootstrap class that will come in blue. So we are going to add button primary, and here we are going to add the update. So here also we will give here form control also we can give. I think it will work or not, I'm not sure. No, it will not work for button, so we are going to add the break here. Now it seems to be fine. Okay, so now see it looks fine. Okay, so now see in address as well, see we are already added the address here, so it is showing the address as well. Okay, you can see the name as well as the address we able to see here. Okay, so now we are going to create one function here that we are going to call in the same way like we have call in the register. We have that the save function. Now we are going to add the new function, and that we will call it as the update. Okay, so we are going to add the update function. Okay, so let's add the update function now. So we are going to add the update function. After this one we are going to add here the update function, and we are going to use the asynchronous function, async function we are going to use because we want to call the API. So that's why we will use this function for the update. Okay, so here first thing is if the name is empty, like we have added this condition there also for the register, then we are going to alert here the message. We are going to alert please enter your name, and other fields are optional. Okay, but the name the user is required to enter. Okay, alert. And now we are going to add the else condition. In else condition we are going to add all the fields in item variable here, and we're going to add here id, name as well as address. Okay, and now see we are going to call the API now. Let result. Okay, so we are going to use the await fetch method we are going to use to call the API. That API we are going to pick from here. This is the API that we are going to call. Okay, so I'm going to give its path like it's in the same way like we have called the register API here. Now we are going to call the update API here like this. Okay, so here uh, see, we also require to give the method, API method, that is the post method. We are going to use the post method here, and headers also, that here we are going to give the headers here, and content type in header where we'll give here application JSON content type. Okay, content type, and that will be application JSON. So we are going to add here the application JSON in the headers in content type application JSON. Okay, so after adding this one, now the last thing that we are going to add here the body. Okay, and in body JSON stringify dot or stringify. Okay, in which we are going to add the item here. Okay, like this item we are going to pass here. Okay, that is having the ID, name and address. And finally we will get the result. uh, we will use await once again, and result.json. In JSON we are going to get the result in result. Okay, so we will use here to debug console one here. We are going to check that result that is coming here. Let's see, it's coming. Okay, after that we are going to put it in the local storage, and then we will navigate to the same page so that we can check that the profile is updating. Okay, so first of all we are going to test this one. I'm going to refresh, and we'll make it 1 2 3 4 5 for 5. And also here I'm going to make it John Singh, and I'm going to click on update, and we'll see here that it updates or not. I'm going to refresh here, and we'll see that it will update from the reactjs app or not, and you can see that it is not updating. So we will check we are going to inspect here, and we're going to see why the issues are coming, and we're going to click on update once again, but nothing is happening because I think we have not called that function. Okay, so in button we need to call that function, that update function we need to call here. On click we need to have the on click event here, so that we can able to call that update function like this. Okay, now it must run fine. Now I'm going to run once again. I'm going to refresh it, though it is not required to refresh. See, reactjs app is always refreshed every time you will update the code. Okay, so I'm going to click on update now. So here some error has come. This time we are going to see undefined array key in the API controller all 9 111. So it is saying that city is missing. Okay, so that's why this error is coming, and for that we need to add the validation here. Like we need to add either the that it must accept the null characters as well. So we are going to see here that null is already there, but it still is asking for the city to enter here, otherwise it will give error. See here, like if we will not pass here, we can test this once again in our postman code. And here if you will not pass this city and will click on send, then it is not giving any error, it is taking the null, but it is giving error here. If in our rect tab you can see undefined array key city on line 111. So if we don't have the city, then it is giving error on line 111. So once again I'm going to check on 111, it is giving error here. So what we can do here, like if there is no city, we are going to check if this city is empty. We are going to check it like this: if empty dollar data city, then we are going to assign the empty value to it, like dollar data city is empty, like this. We can give it like this. Let's see that if it will resolve the issue for the city. Here you can see yes, it resolved the issue and it come in state now. So we need to mention it like this, like if the value is not coming, then the empty value we are going to assign. okay, for the state as well, and for the like state, country, okay, pin code, country and pin code, city, state, country and pin code, address, for the address as well, okay, city, state, here country, here pin code, here we're going to mention here we're going to mention city, state, country, pin code, address. Okay, so now the issue will not come. Now we are going to try update, and this time see we able to update. This time you can see the user details is coming fine, and we can able to update. We can check here that whether we able to update or not. I am going to check the last user. It is the last user, and here you can see that we able to update. Okay, rest of the details is not. It is just making it see, it is not doing anything, it is just making it empty. But what we can do here, no, I think the better solution is not from here but from the rect app itself. We are going to have all the fields here. Okay, so I'm going to open the rect app once again here. Okay, so we are going to add the fields for all, so that the entries will come up here. If the user intentionally remove the fields, then it will get removed, otherwise it will not remove at all. Okay, like set address. Now we are going to add it for the city, for the state, for the country and for the pin code. Okay, here I'm going to mention for address it's already there, it's fine. Okay, so here city, state, country, pin code, set city, set state, set country, set pin code. Here also we are going to have city, state, country, pin code. Okay, so now I think it's fine. And now here also we have the address field. We are going to have all the fields here, like for city, uh, for state, for country and for pin code. Okay, so here we are going to add city. Okay, so here also we are going to mention here city, and here also city. Okay, now here we are going to mention here state, after that we are going to mention here the country, finally we are going to mention here the pin code, here also pin code, and here also pin code. Okay, so now we are going to check the form here. Okay, rect tab form. So how big the form this time? You can see the all fields are coming, and in that the values are also coming. Okay, so if the user is going to update the values, then it's going to update all the values will come up there. Okay, so actually it is coming from the local storage, so we need to update in the local storage as well. See, after see this one, I'm going to remove this one for now. Okay, this is not required, this one we have already debugged. And now after this one we are going to put the values in the local storage in the same way like we after the register we used to put the values in the local storage. Okay, here also you can see that we used to put all the values sorry, after login we used to put, see, after register we will redirect back the user with the message that he can able to login. In the login we used to have it in local storage and navigate to account. Okay, so same thing we are going to do here also. Okay, here we are going to put the value, all the values, all the result in the user, in the user array that we are going to make. In the user array we are going to have the complete array details will update to the local storage, and then we are going to navigate to the account. And for this one we also require to navigate class. We are going to add here, like we have added in the other components as well. Okay, use navigate, we are going to add this class as well. Navigate is not defined. Okay, so our navigate is not defined, that we are going to define after this one. We can define here const navigate equal to use navigate. Okay, use navigate like this. So now we can try. Okay, so let's see. Once we will update all the details, and then we're going to see like if all the details have been updated here, and you can able to see no, it's not updating. So we are going to see what is the issue actually. We're going to try once again, and here city state, here information. We can also check in the application here. Okay, you can see that information is not coming here, city state country pin code mobile. So information is missing because I think we have left some code. Okay, so let's check the Visual Studio Code once again. Okay, we are going to see here. Okay, so here also we need to mention all. Okay, so that's why city, state, country, as well as the pin code. Okay, now see ID, name, address, city, state, country, pin code. Now I think it must work fine, so let's try. Now this time I'm going to refresh once again, and see, this time there is no information is coming, but we are going to fill up these informations, don't worry. See, we are going to fill up all these information. Okay, so after updating we are going to update these information, like update. Okay, so once we will update the information, now we are going to see that details have been updated here or not in the users column. And here you can see that the updated information, complete information have been updated here. Okay, so we can able to see that we able to update the complete information. Okay, so now we are going to update with the John Singh name. Okay, John Singh, John. Okay, so John Singh. Okay, like the address is 123 a something. He maybe in New Delhi, and we're going to update the Delhi. Okay, and country India, and here the pin code is something like this. And if he update, then he able to update his complete details. Now even if he is going to refresh, see the John Singh details updated here. Okay, you can see, like if you will refresh here, you can able to see the complete John Singh details have been updated here. Okay, so it's working fine now, you can able to see. And you can also give one alert message here, like your profile details have been updated. Okay, simply you can give here the alert message, thanks, or you can your that same message that is coming there in our that we are giving there as well. We can simply give user update your account details. I think that message is like your account details successfully updated. Or you can add the message of your choice. Okay, so we can check this one, that this one will work or not. Okay, like if the user is going to update like Joe anything, he can update for 5 update your account details successfully updated. Okay, so it's working fine. If we miss something like he not done city, then again it is working fine. You can see it is working fine. Okay, so he can give any message that he want. Okay, so this is working fine now. You can do this at your end, so we can move forward with the other things in our rect app from next video. So you can always get this complete code if you will join as a member. So always subscribe. Okay, like I have always shown you, you can go in the youtube.com stack developers youtube channel. Okay, you can go to this channel and you can follow this playlist, or always bookmark this playlist that I have given in the home page itself. And here also I have given reactjs tutorial for beginners. You can follow this from the first video, and always follow this one Laravel 9 series as well, because this is the backend for our react app. Okay, so you can go to this playlist, you can open this playlist and bookmark this playlist. Just simply follow from the first video, so that you will keep following every video, and step by step you can able to create your own react app. Okay, so and you can always subscribe, as well as you can join the channel to get the complete source code and support. Not only this one, but you will also get this Laravel 9 series as well, along with the Laravel 8 series, dating website, e-commerce website, basic e-commerce website, advanced e-commerce website, complete source code of the e-commerce website, Laravel e-commerce website. So you are going to get many things if you will join as a member. Okay, so that's all for now. Have a nice time. Goodbye.